Hey guys, it's your boy Baby Jesus back at it again with my third and final video on my three video series of speaking to women. I want to thank you guys truly for all the support and all the love. So, I'm going to be going over today the questions that I received from a bunch of you. I'm actually surprised. One of the questions I'm going over today is from a fellow woman. So, thank you for that. I'm kind of shocking to me. So, let's jump right into it. The very first question I'm going to go over is the one sent to us by a female viewer. Thank you so much for watching. Please share this video to your girlfriends, see what they think. Okay, here we go. Interesting stuff. What are your thoughts about women making the first move? Okay, thank you so much for asking. Look, pushing all equality, feminism, patriarchy, pushing thousands of years of just male masculinity to the side. Men have always been and will always be the hunters when it comes to conquering women. And yes, I'm going to say conquering, not as in controlling and owning, conquering as in romantically and passionately conquering. Now, let's not kid ourselves, ladies. Come on. Women desire a brave, bold, strong, smooth man with valor to sweep them off their feet. Women want some dashing, young, age. A lot of women I see on Facebook right now are saying that they'll likely just go as for the boyfriend's dad, just like they'll go for the boyfriend. So if age doesn't matter, then whatever. Women want someone like that to sweep them off their feet. Now, times are changing. We cannot be ignorant. We are evolving as a society. Some things not really to the good. Other things maybe have a bright future. A woman making the first move is truly appreciated. You ladies have much more chance of success getting results out of an interaction when you make the first move compared to when we do it. That's just how it is. A guy is mind blown when a woman not only makes the first move, as in like, you know what, I'm attracted to you. Here's my little tell. Here's my little first move. If a woman straight up goes up to a dude, has if a woman, forgive the saying, but if a woman has the balls to go up to a dude and say, "Hey, I think you're handsome. I want your phone number," most guys, damn, that's sexy as fuck. That's surprising. That's a breath of fresh air. Starting off something with that kind of foundation can be fucking incredible. Now, I do want to disclose something. Some very weak-minded men are threatened by smart, wealthy, and daring women. Maybe not per se men are thrown off if you make the first move, but I've heard plenty of times, and I myself have a close friend who's told me she's got her own place, she has a job, she makes her money, she's incredibly intelligent. She recently just got out of a relationship. She was the one with the pants in the relationship. She was paying for things, she was working while the boyfriend was kind of figuring life out. Men aren't, some, again, weak minded men are intimidated by such a woman. Don't let that weak minded few spoil all men for you. I personally, it's not that I'd be glad being a stay at home dad, anything like, don't get me wrong, that'd be kind of cool, I guess. Have like a beautiful family and just stay at home. Sounds awesome, right? Maybe this is a little bit of machismo. I'm gonna be genuine here. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a little bit of patriarchy. My parents were raised in very old school Mexico, and my dad passed, and along with my mother supported gender roles. So don't think that women are just oppressed and that they're slaves and hate it. A lot of old school women from these old European nations, from these old Mexico times, they support these roles. They support these societal roles for men and women. My parents taught me that the man is the provider. You love and take care of a woman not because she can't take care of herself, but because that's what you're proposing you're going to do for the rest of your life when you decide to marry her. It's your responsibility, again, not because she's a weak little sheep that can't protect herself, but it's because that's your job as a man. Some women are totally on board with that. Some women want 50-50. Some men are really on this equality train going around in these last 5 years. No, let's split everything 50-50 in the relationship. The bills, the check at dinner, everything is 50-50. You do what floats your boat. I personally have no problem with a if I go on a date and she wants to split the bill. I was raised and I love the idea. If the man asks the woman out to dinner and it's the first date, the man should pay the bill. The man should pay dinner. Women have careers now. Women have multiple majors. Women study. Women do all of this sort of thing. They could provide for themselves. Good for them. First date, you pick up that check, gentlemen. No hesitation. Don't even look at her. You pick it up. I've seen women today that they kind of get angry when I've met multiple women here in Mexico, which is shocking. I never would have thought here in Mexico I'd meet. I've met women here that straight up told me, I have in California too, but that's a little understandable. They've told me here in Mexico, I don't want a man paying for my things. There is a difference between a man controlling you through money, and there's a difference between a man buying you gifts and inviting you things. Women have to really differentiate those two. What's wrong with letting yourself being treated like a queen for a night, for an entire relationship? What's wrong with that? All right. So finishing up with that point of what's wrong with what are my thoughts on a woman making the first move? Go for it, ladies. Go for it. You have now is the perfect time. We're in a time of equality and feminism. Honestly, go for it. That guy you have a crush on, the guy isn't making a move. He's kind of maybe looking at you. You can kind of tell there's a little something there, but he's too much of a pussy. You kind of want to go out with a guy like that? Go for it. Make the first move. If not, just wait for him to make it. Or maybe as a subtle hint, just send him this video, you know? Okay, next question. It says here, why do you care so much about looks? All of your examples were about how pretty the girl looks. So this is referring to my second video. I gave a couple of examples of what to say, how to start off a convo with a complete stranger. Now, I did kind of, I'll go more into emphasis now, or I'll go more into detail now. I did say it's just a tip. It's just advice on how to get, excuse me, on how to get started. You can literally talk to a girl about anything. Now, statistically speaking, this has nothing to do with being a superficial dude. This has nothing to do with being shallow. Statistically speaking, the very first thing you're going to see about a woman, a complete stranger, is her appearance. Women aren't walking, and this goes for men too. Women and men are not walking around their daily lives with their Tinder bios. Oh, I like this. I like walks on the beach. I like skateboarding. I play professional baseball. They're not walking around with that on their T-shirt or on their foreheads. The first thing you see when you look at a girl's forehead is how nice it looks, how nice her face looks, how nice her body looks. If you're just gonna get started on these tips, if you're just gonna you're about to begin your ladies man career, you need someplace to start. The next time you see a beautiful woman anywhere, grocery store, bank, wherever, you're looking at her, you kind of have a little you're a little infatuated because of her looks. Tell her that now. Again, with a little bit what I said in the very first question, ladies, stop kidding yourselves. Women want to hear that they're beautiful by the man they crave or by an attractive man. Don't get me wrong. I haven't gotten this compliment a lot in my life, but Jesus, when a girl tells me that I'm handsome, oh my God, it feels amazing. Okay, there are some women out there that get so many dick pics, unwanted dick pics on their phone. So many women out there that get hit on so much, they're exhausted of it. There are some women out there that get none of that, that get no attention. I had a friend years ago. I personally think she was a very good looking girl. She did not have men hit on her. She had coworkers that were not really slutty or hoish, but that were very good looking girls, and they played their part. They dressed a little maybe explicit. I don't know what the word is, suggestive. They because they were complimenting their assets, and guys would look at them. They would guys would flirt with them. Guys would hit on them. While my friend was getting in Spanish we say ni la pelaron, which means she was getting nothing, no foot traffic at all. She I kind of told her I kind of told her this idea of there are some women out there that are tired of the attention, that are tired of pigs coming up to them and hitting on them just because they want to fuck. She literally told me like she would kill to have some of that attention for herself. Women want to hear that they're beautiful. It's something nice. That's not speaking shitty about the woman. That's just saying it's something nice, and that's a good place to start. If you think a woman is beautiful, go up to her and tell her that. I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story here, having to do with this point. This was I was in a city college at the time, so I was around 19 or 20 years old. I think it was like I was finishing up my first year at a city college. I didn't have a car. I was a mess. I had a little bit more comfort talking to women, but I was a mess. I wasn't 21 yet. I didn't have a car. I still lacked a lot of confidence. I was walking home. I For the life of me, I cannot remember where I was walking from, but since I didn't have a car, I had to walk everywhere, and I was walking home. On the main street of my house in California, there was a little tiny cafe. It was never packed. There was never a lot of foot traffic, but they opened up. They had food. I never went in personally, but there was always at least a couple there. Someone there always. I saw the server outside of the cafe. She was smoking her cigarette, and you could tell she had just finished crying. Her eyes were swollen and her eyes were glossy. They were like watery glossy. I straight up went to her. I don't remember my exact intro. This was 5 years ago. I, I said something like, "Hey, sorry, excuse me, sorry to bug." I start with that a lot. That's kind of my thing. If you guys want to make that your thing or try out something different, go for it. But I started off with something like, "Hey, I'm sorry to bug you, but I just need to tell you, I think you're beautiful." She was a very pretty girl, but she was about late 20s. She looked like a woman now, like a young woman. I was 19, 20 years old, so I was still I was just barely getting used to talking to girls my age. And I told her straight up, like, "Hey, I just need to tell you, like, I think you're beautiful." She stopped smoking her cigarette and she just looked at me and her eyes they were still the same glossiness. They still had the same glossiness, and she just told me, "You literally just made my day." And I was so nervous. I got so nervous. This is still 5 years ago. I was still kind of getting the kinks out, not 100% yet. I just said, "Well, I hope you have a nice day," and I walked away. I could have, not saying that I would have gotten it. I'm not going to be cocky, and I honestly don't know. But I should have gone like, I'd love to, even though even servers want to be taken to dinner. Even servers want to have flowers bought for them. Servers want to be treated just like any other woman. I should have asked for her number. I should have been like, "Look, I know you work at a restaurant. You're a server. You're probably pretty good at it too. But I'd love to buy you dinner somewhere nice someday." Something like that. That's a line maybe I should have said. Now I would say something like that if I had that exact same scenario, whatever. But back then, 5 years ago, I still wasn't where I am today. My point of this is you never know, but going up to a complete stranger girl that you don't know, and telling her that she's gorgeous could literally fix her entire week. Ladies, going up to a guy, your crush, someone you think is attractive, and going out of your way to tell that man, "I think you're handsome. I'd love to I'd love to have you invite me to a cup of coffee. You want to keep it classy?" That'd be hilarious. That'd be fucking hilarious if a girl did that. And a guy would fucking love it too. You do that, you have no idea you could be making his entire year. You don't know what people are going through. Okay, jumping back to the original question, you only gave examples about looks. Okay, why do you care so much about looks? All of your examples were about how pretty the girl looks. Okay, My counter argument to that is I love tattoos. I in the US I've done it before a couple of times, but I recently before leaving just got my tattoo, so I didn't have that much of an opportunity. Um, here in Mexico, in this last year, I've already done it 3 times. One, my aunt saw me go in a Walmart. I just went up to a random girl. One outside of my work. She had just finished her interview process while I was on break, I believe. I saw their tattoos. I thought they were really pretty girls, and I just went up to them and started talking about their tattoos. Like, oh, your tattoo clear, not shy, not like, oh, could I here? I don't like. Excuse me, like here, like I just straight up jump into it. Like that tattoo is really nice. Those roses were done with a great something. Start off the convo, get them smiling, get them women. These 3 women went along with the combo great. I got the one outside of my work. I got her Instagram. The other one, there. It's not that it failed, but we just didn't get anywhere. Okay, I'll call that a failure. It went well. We had a nice convo. It was 2 girls. They both had tattoos, but I picked one out, singled her out, but I ended up with nothing. So I'll call that a failure, even though it was a cool experience. You can literally just how you can meet women anywhere, you can talk to women out of anything. Now, I did say in my second video, to start off with, you're gonna be nervous. You got to get used to the situation overall. Say the first thing that comes into your head. Develop your own style. I've already made it. I've already kind of stated in these last 2 videos. I have a style of where if I just think she's beautiful and I want to go into it, I come off humble. I come off slow. Tap her on the shoulder if she's turning around, or if I just approach her straight up, she knows I'm coming at her. We've already locked eyes. Clearly say, hey, sorry to bug you, but I need to tell you, like you're gorgeous. If I see a girl with tattoos and I think she's sexy, start out. The tattoos are a perfect icebreaker. Anything. You can talk about anything. You see a girl with blue hair. I've complimented girls on their hair just to get them talking, just so we can maybe grab a drink. Anything. Start off, develop, just to start off with whatever comes pops into your head first, throw it out there. You get rejected now, you because the line wasn't that nice, wasn't good, wasn't delivered great. That rejection, lesson right there. Move on to the next pretty girl you see, whatever. Try something different. Keep trying. Within a year, if you do this consistently, within a year, you're going to have it down. Yeah, I said that it took me through middle school and high school. But then again, I was really stupid. And anyone under the age of 18, they barely have a grasp of what life is. I'm 25 and I still think I don't really have a grasp on life yet. But if you're in your 20s, if you're in your 30s, this should be much easier. People are much more mature. People kind of understand that you're going up to them women understand that you're going up to them to hit on them. If you go up to a girl and say the first thing that pops into your head, that's going to kind of guarantee a unique experience. If you want to come up with a line, and if you're just going to start off with this advice, you're barely getting you're dipping your toes in the pool of being a ladies man talking to women. Come up with a line, try it on a couple of girls, see how it works, see if you like it. If you get some results, keep at it, develop it, maybe perfect it, let that line marinate. If it's a complete failure 2 3 times in a row, come up with a different line. Come up with a line, practice it. That's to begin. Try to make every experience unique. Every time you go up to a girl, every time you approach a woman, go make it something about her. Make her feel special in that moment, in that very same moment. Make her feel special. That will benefit you the most. All right, gentlemen. Okay. All right. This next topic, it's not a question. Someone just sent me. You didn't go over cologne at all. All right, guys, I do apologize for that. So here we go. Let me turn this on. Let me see here. All right, got my light on. So I'm going to go over a couple of things here. Okay, starting off, there are two big rules to using colognes and deodorant. Damn COVID. Okay, first rule of cologne: Do not apply cologne, or if you're going to be one of these man-childs and use body spray, do not apply cologne or body spray onto your clothes. This goes onto your skin and dry skin at that. I used to do zero period in high school. I kind of got lucky in this way because I found this out early. I used to do zero period in high school. I was in weight training. Um, we'd get to school early, lift weights, and then our first period would start. So a lot of us would start off the day sweaty, kind of smelly, and high school boys, man, we could really smell. A lot of guys right after working out, they would just apply deodorant, put on their shirt, and spray themselves. Critical errors. I have always my entire life, I've sweated a lot. I've gotten into the habit when I was playing soccer, when I would lift weights, doing any kind of physical workout. If I didn't have a band, a sweat band, I would bring a towel. I would dry myself off properly. Armpits, do not apply deodorant on wet armpits. If you're 29 years old, 29-year-old man, you have a date tonight. I know we're in quarantine. Example: you have a date tonight. You're going with a beautiful woman to a fancy restaurant. You just took a shower. You just shaved. The whole works. You come out of the shower. You dry yourself off a little bit, and then you directly apply the deodorant and put your shirt on. Make sure your armpits are very dry. Two things: if your armpits are sweaty and you apply deodorant over the deodorant will go bad and it won't last as long. If your armpits are just wet from a shower, the deodorant will not last as long. I made the mistake of putting on deodorant after swimming at the beach. Salt water and deodorant do not mix well. For around 10 minutes, I had to keep my arms up. So, just a pro tip: do not put your deodorant on your salty armpits from the ocean. Okay, rule number one: do not apply cologne or body spray on clothes. Goes directly onto your skin, dry skin. Rule number two: less is more when it comes to cologne. I'm about to show you guys my little tiny collection of man's maintenance of smell. I love cologne. For those of you watching in Latino America, I don't know why I said that with a white person accent. Latino America or Europe or in any other part of the world where you greet women with a kiss on the cheek. When I'm applying cologne to go out to dinner, to go out to a nice date, or just to an event like a club or a party, whatever. One spray with no shirt on your chest. Do a single spray. The first spray of a cologne tends to be kind of weak, so what I do is hold it very far from me, close my eyes, lift my head, do the first spray. It's a weak spray. Then I do the first official spray, and then since I'm in Mexico and you greet women with a kiss on the cheek, when I greet women here in Mexico, I lean my head to the left, so we kiss on the right, her right cheek, my right cheek. Yeah, that's her right cheek too. I put a little cologne here on my neck, right there. So one spray here, one spray there. When you go ahead and you guys lean in for that greeting kiss, she gets a nice scent of your cologne there. The chest one, and especially if it gets a little bit of the initial spray, I've been on dates where the girls have been in my car. Women have literally told me, I have been smelling your cologne the entire night and you smell amazing. I've had two women in my entire dating career tell me that. And it's a nice feeling. Just because you're in the car, you have it on your chest and you're driving and she's in the passenger seat or vice versa, whatever. They appreciate a man that smells good. Now, okay, first cologne that I'm gonna show you guys is called La Duna. La Duna. I have no idea if it's Spanish. It's just called La Duna. I bought this cologne at the Citadel outlets in East LA in California. I think it was right in front of the Nike store. Nike store, right there. You know how it's a U? The Citadel outlets is kind of like a U. I think the first store is the Adidas store, and then the next one is the Nike store. In front of the Nike store, there's a cologne place. I walked in there. I needed some cologne. The very first cologne that my mom bought me, that one's long gone. That one was done years ago. So I had to buy a new one. It was a lady at the front desk, and I just asked her, "What do women like?" I'm not that experienced in cologne, and we went over pricing as well. I got a great bargain on this one because Citadel Outlets great prices. Um, so this is what it is. It's La Duna. This is the box, so you guys can see. I think this is my cologne that's almost done. I love this cologne so much. I've had it now for I think 3 or 4 years. I'm almost done with it because I'm saving it for special occasions now. I've used it throughout the last 3, 4 years. So here, La Duna. So there we go. I guess it is Spanish because from Spain because it says La Duna, and then at the very bottom it says Barcelona, which is oh man, that smells amazing. So the first spray is very weak, so a little far. Then you do your first official spray on your chest, and then you do one on your neck. Now, in the second video, I kind of went on about how some people have turned dating and relationships into a science. There are some people that have turned cologne into spray a little here, spray a little there, spray them on your hot spots. I don't give a shit about any of that. I just know that if you put it on your chest and on your neck, along with some deodorant, you have good hygiene, you brush your teeth, you take showers, you're going to smell excellent. Women are going to desire you. So now that was La Duna. This is an amazing smelling cologne. So I guess I don't know too much about colognes, but maybe a Spanish brand. I don't give a fuck. You guys look into it. If it's a lady at the front desk, ask her what she likes. More than likely, a lot of women are gonna like that. Now, there is a brand that I kind of do know a little bit about, just because I've been using them for the last, I want to say, year. My mom bought me this one. This one is from an Eternity for Men by Calvin Klein. She bought this from Macy's, Macy's in California. This one I've been using, but I just recently started using it, and then quarantine started. This one smells amazing. I personally like my other one more, but it's almost done, so I'm using this one. The first one, very, very special occasions. This one, for just to smell nice. Then I have here, same brand, Eternity by Calvin Klein. They're little tiny cologne things, almost portable. This one and La Duna, I have them at home for when I have a date, when I'm going to dinner, whatever, nice occasion. Has doesn't if it doesn't have to do with romance, who cares? Present yourself nice, look sharp, dress nice for a family gathering, for whatever. Always present yourself as someone who likes to dress sharp. Yeah. Okay, moving on. This one I would have in my backpack. For those of you that know me from this last job that I had here in Mexico, you all know me because of my pink backpack. I had a couple of little trinkets in my backpack. I had a second charger just in case if I found myself in a place with very low battery, it could turn into an emergency. Especially since I've only been in Mexico back to Mexico for a year. Um, I had a charger. I had my cologne, and and I'm about to get into the next thing. But to finish this off, a Eternity. This one, daily use. If I'm not going out, if I don't have work or anything, don't waste this. Just use your deodorant. If you pick out the right deodorant, which I'm gonna go over right now, you're gonna be smelling good for a while. This one, just for daily use at work. If you're going out with some friends and just need to freshen up. I worked 48 hours a week for the last 6 months. Um, some weeks, I literally just woke up, went to work, went back home, slept, do it all over again. I was invited to some parties. I had some dates while I work. I couldn't go home and shower and freshen up. It would be too much of a waste of time. So I had my deodorant and I had this pocket cologne, Eternity by Calvin Klein. That's the brand. This scent is aqua. And I would just go into the locker room of my workplace where we would uh, put away our storage, our backpacks, bags, purses. I'd go ahead and under my button shirt, because you had to wear button shirts at this job, I would just apply some deodorant, put on a little bit of cologne, and then go out to my date or go out to my party, whatever. That's just to touch up on the go. That's hygiene maintenance on the go. Ideally, go home, take a shower, dry yourself off properly, then put on the products. Okay, going into deodorant. I've tried a lot of deodorants. Axe, Speed Stick. The last one that I've used for a long time is Old Spice. I liked it a lot, but when I came across this Gillette, so this is the Gillette Clear Gel. This scent, Cool Wave. My God, Doesn't smell sweet, doesn't smell like the beach, doesn't smell like $1 million. It smells fresh. It smells like you just came out of the shower, you're a clean smelling man, and a woman just wants to lie in your arms. I've gotten compliments solely on the smell of this with no cologne. A woman thought I was wearing cologne just with this. And it's not a great, beautiful, sweet scent. It's a fresh scent. This thing is amazing. I'm only going to ever wear this from now on. Now, it is a gel, so apply very, very little on dry armpits. And I walk around my room or wherever I am after applying this a little bit with the shirt off so that it dries up a little bit because it is a very wet deodorant. Smells fucking amazing. All right, touching on to the last thing before moving on to a next point. Aftershave. A good smelling aftershave could really leave a girl just wanting to kiss your face all over. So this one, I'm not getting paid to sponsor these, but this is what I use after years of just using things and women complimenting me the most with these. So this one I think I bought here in Mexico in Walmart, I believe. So the brand is Brut or Brut, and this is just classic aftershave. But this thing smells. There are some aftershaves that are solely to close up your pores after shaving. This one has a scent to it. Jesus, smells. This smells manly, man. And on that note of manly, if you're going out to if you're interested in trying out cologne, if you want to try that stuff out, if you go to a cologne place, do not, I repeat, do not go after brands with that marketing technique of manly scent. Stay away from that garbage. If the lady at the front counter, like I said, you ask her if she has any suggestions. If she suggests it, a certain one that has like for men or a manly scent, any kind of that marketing technique, maybe check it out. But don't just look at one that says for men and then no. Have a girl tell you bring a female friend, bring a girl you got a crush on. That could be a nice little date. They're just buying you cologne, and women live for that shit, you know. Bring her along or ask the clerk or the front desk person, and whatever she suggests, chances are they're gonna like women are gonna like it. Okay, moving on. So I hope that was in depth for the cologne thing, but okay. Next question. Okay, thanks for the tips and keep up the good work. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. How would you flirt in the workplace? Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna go too heavily into this because in my second video, these two ideas of being humble, creating a reputation of being humble, coming across as humble, and avoiding a creep, avoiding a nasty and unprofessional reputation. Both of those are really going to help with today's cancel culture, with today's woke culture of sexual harassment in the workplace. You're not going to work to fuck with clothes on. You guys want to do that in your private time. You guys want to keep that on the down low. You want to be fucking your coworker, but no one else knowing about it. Go ahead, fucking. That's where you meet people. Go for it. You're not gonna go to work to inappropriately touch women in front of others, even if you guys are in a secluded area in your job. Even if there's no cameras there, even you do that to a woman, you pretty much done. You're fired in today's world, especially in the U.S. Okay. I also there were some other tips that I went ahead and said in my second video. When you pick out the girl you're gonna flirt with to help avoid reputation at work or at school, move slow, especially in the workplace. In the uni, it's a little bit different because teenagers are horny as fuck, young adults are horny as fuck. But at the workplace, you have to keep it professional. Move slow, scope it out, smoothly flirt here and there, confidently. And I'm not saying touch and kind of flirty touch, not at the workplace. Keep that shit at your home for whoever. Okay, I'm gonna say one thing here and a little quick story, and then I think I'm done with this question. Okay, if you scope out a girl and if you move slow, if you do things right, You should either quickly find out or in general find out if this girl at work is a drama queen, if she loves to gossip by the fuck what's by the water gallon, you know that water gallon gossip. Okay, here's a little story. I went to a city college in California called Citrus College. A couple of you, my Facebook friends, you guys might be from there. I don't know if a couple of you, maybe two or three friends that I have on there, kind of know what I'm talking about in this case. I took a theater class. I used to be in stagecraft where I built theater sets. I there was in this class there were two lesbians. They were girlfriend and girlfriend. They were partners, or they were a couple. Okay, one of them was a loud mouth that instigated like crazy and straight up came up with lies. I was shocked by what I just said. Excuse me, what I just said could maybe sound to you guys like I'm exaggerating. Maybe I'm just hateful towards them. That's how it was. It was bad. Her girlfriend, the girlfriend of the loudmouth, this was the one that wore the pants in the relationship. She looked butch as fuck. She looked like a man. The girlfriend that was a loudmouth, creating conflicts and instigating, would tell the girlfriend when something was wrong or when she wasn't happy, and the girlfriend would freak out and throw a little aggressive episode. In one instance, the loudmouth came up with complete bullshit about me. Came up with a bunch of bullshit about me. It wasn't real. We cleared it up afterwards privately. That's the kind of person I am. Communication, communication, communication. And the butch girlfriend got in my face about it. And I don't care if you eat pussy or suck dick. If you're a female, I'm not gonna lay a finger on you. I was raised to never hit a woman. Fuck all this equality shit. I don't do that. Okay. She got in my face and things got heated, and she was about to hit me before people started walking into the class, and two guys broke it up. Two guys came in and like, hey, relax, chill the fuck out. But things were getting pretty serious. So there are people that love to instigate. There are men and women that love conflict. If you move slow, if you scope it out, uh, got lost my place in my notes. If you move slow and scope it out, then you should find out if this is the kind of girl. If it's in the workplace and you're flirting with a girl, is she gonna go blab about it to everyone? That's why I said in the second video, granted, didn't go too much into detail, move slow. It's the workplace. You're not in high school anymore. You're not in college bio 101. You're at work. In today's woke cancel culture, you could ruin your life over a gossip. Your life could be ruined over a gossip, a made up detail about you. I've heard too many stories of young men being accused of things they didn't do and has ruined their educational career or professional career. Be careful, guys, all right? Fight the good fight. Now, I'm done with that point. Damn, 38 min. Nice. 38 minutes on this video. Cool stuff. All right, two more things and then we're pretty much done. I'm going to try and keep these things concise. Okay, next up. Hey, funny videos. Thank you guys so much. Hey, funny videos. Any more tips of how to actually keep a convo going? I kind of did realize this after watching my two videos to see what I could do better next time and all this. I actually didn't go too much into detail, but there was something there. Now let's get into detail. I have to reiterate. I got over all of this years ago. I wasn't an expert by high school, but by expert I was almost done developing the guy I am today at the end of high school. That's kind of a lot of men can't say that. A lot of men still today do not know how to talk to women. A lot of handsome men have no clue how to treat a woman. Okay? Now, I was oh here's a story, and this is gonna happen to you guys. I'm pretty sure. Some guys are wittier than others. Some guys think on their feet quicker than other men. This was I believe in high school. I went up to a random girl. I think it was at the mall. I can't remember, but I remember the experience of I was still getting over my fears of talking to girls, and this girl was beautiful. I mean, beautiful. So I got even more nervous. I asked her age twice. So I asked her name, I asked her like what's up, and then I asked her age. She answered, and then I think we talked about a little something, and then I'm like, by the way, how old are you? And as those words left my mouth, I wanted to punch myself in the face so hard because I recall that I had already asked her that. Now things started off good. She was smiling. She was kind of going along with it. As soon as I asked the second question, the how her age twice, her attitude completely changed. She literally made a disgusted look, turned around, and walked away. A lot of you, I'll fuck it. I'm gonna be genuine. I'm gonna say what's on my mind. If that stops you, you're weak, man. You have a weak constitution. I've been rejected way more times than I've been successful. Right now, I'm single. Right now, I'm single, and I'm not flirting with anyone at the moment. I'm still being rejected. I'm still learning how to deal with my failures. But I no longer am broken by them. I am no longer shaken by failure. You guys need to learn how to fail to learn how to win. All right. I don't know who said that quote. Go ahead and look it up. Okay. So let me see. Okay, and last tip for this one. Okay, ladies, I'm sorry if this sounds a little misogynistic. I'm sorry if you guys don't agree, but sorry, not sorry, okay? Men, when you guys are talking to a girl, if you are not one of these guys that can just come up with topics at the top of your head, tip of your tongue, you just can't rapid fire like that. Ask them questions about themselves. Women love to talk about themselves. I'm not saying this because I saw it in a movie or a YouTube video. I'm saying this because I've hit on so many women and I see that it works. Women love to talk about themselves. They'll rant about themselves. Now, there are the handful of women who, once they rant about themselves for a little bit, they'll say shit like, oh, but enough about me. Tell me about you. They'll actually give you a chance to talk. I've gone on dates where the woman would not stop talking, would not stop talking. I've also gone on dates where the woman would not get off her phone. Everyone, I have, okay, to finish up this point, and then I'll move on to the last one. Oh shit, yeah, yeah, the last one. Okay, okay. I have this philosophy. I have this philosophy. I don't know how many of you are going to agree. I don't know how many of you think the same way. I think everyone is unique and different, but at the same time, the same. I had two friends in California. They were good looking girls. It was me and three girls. One of them was like, she's one of my all time best friend. Oh, all time, not my only one. Obviously, I have very close friends. Her name is Genesis. So shout out to you, Genesis. She's a really good friend of mine. She's like my little sister. We went out with some friends, two other girls. One of the other girls told me, "This is a girl talking." Okay, and sure, not all girls think the same. Whatever. She said, "You know what a girl is thinking all the time? Every all day every day." And I'm like, what? She's like, I want a boyfriend and I want a boyfriend now. That is not some 18-year-old dude that is single and horny talking. That is a woman in between, in feeling like she's in confidence, in a trusted circle. Women want romance. Women want to be loved. Uh, women want all of that. Some women want kids, some don't. Some women like this in a man, some don't. Men are the exact same way. Men want to be wanted. It's nice to feel like a man. It's nice to come home to someone and they're like, babe, I love you. It feels nice. It's amazing. Some men treat women terribly, some men treat them great. Everyone is different and unique, but everyone is the same at the end of the day. Okay, so that's my philosophy that I kind of have. Okay, this kind of this whole thing of how to keep a convo going, and this is actually my last tip. This was a wow 40-minute video. Cool, cool, cool. Last tip. Honestly, I want to thank you guys for watching this long. Thank you guys for staying with me. What I'm about to say is more of an advanced tip. For people who are already or have established themselves as a ladies' man, you're just looking to mix things up a bit. Men who aren't shy, men who already go up to random strangers and hit on them. If you kind of want to stop this video now, I wouldn't. If you're busy, you got stuff to do, want to come back to it, go ahead. This next tip is for just advanced or when you get to that advanced level. I know what I said in I think it was the first video. I said, guys, do not go after girls with boyfriends. Now, there is a reason. This is an advanced tip. Life is not black or white. Life is gray, purple, red, full of color. Some women, when they feel awkward or threatened, they will lie and say they have a boyfriend when it is not true. The reason why this is an advanced tip is because this takes a little bit more craftiness, takes a little bit more wit, and you need to, by this time, you need to really understand body language. If you're an introvert, sucked at presentations your entire school career and even at work, and you're not a people person, careful with this. You can get into some real trouble, okay? Okay, let me see here. Okay, you know how I said that I have rebuttals already in my mind? Some of them, if the situation calls for it, if a girl tells me, oh, but I have a boyfriend, I'm sorry. I have no issue, depending on her body language, depending how attractive she is, and maybe trying to send in one last dig to see if she's being honest. Something I would say is, are you truly happy with him? Like, sly, cool, confident. Are you truly happy with him? Have them like kind of think about it. If it'll automatically be revealed if they were lying about the boyfriend thing. I know, I've been in that position before. I hit on a girl told me she had a boyfriend, and I called her shit out on it, and it got kind of awkward for her. Okay, another one of my philosophies: a situation isn't awkward unless you make it awkward. You, as in the person watching this video, when you get into that awkward situation, you know how I said in my first video, silent, dramatic pauses don't matter if you can recover? If a moment is awkward, if they want to make it awkward, that's on them. You recover, you keep it going. That awkward moment never happened. Okay? Okay, my second rebuttal would be, and this one is why it's a little bit more advanced because maybe she does have a boyfriend, and I'm gonna get a little bit into it right now. So your boyfriend doesn't let you have friends? My second video was a lot about making contacts, about meeting people. What if this girl, she has a boyfriend, and you guys are coworkers, or you guys are fellow students in the same class? Her having a boyfriend has nothing to do with you being classmates. If she completely rejects you, and she's one of these, I've met couples where you don't talk to the opposite sex, and neither do you. So the boyfriend and girlfriend have a mutual agreement that you don't talk to the opposite sex. If that's you and your girl, you guys do you. I am not gonna hold my girlfriend prisoner. If if I have a girlfriend, she's not my prisoner. She's not my captive. She had friends before she ever met me. She's had guy friends, girlfriends before. Who cares? Fucking, they want to make a schoolmate friend because something something that I also like, and this has to do a little bit more with education in the STEM fields. If you're studying in the STEM fields or anything, surround yourself with the smartest people in the class. Not with the coolest, not with the most beautiful, not with the funniest, with the smartest people. It's really gonna help you. Someone asks you for your phone number, or you go up to the girl and you ask her for her phone number. A quick recovery line of oh, I have a boyfriend. So your boyfriend doesn't let you have friends? I mean, we're classmates. If anything, we can text each other if there's homework or if we need help on projects. Smooth, played out. If she rejects you again, more than likely the boyfriend thing is true, or she wants nothing to do with you. What did I say to do in that case? Move the fuck on. Move on, cowboy. Okay? It's worked for me a couple of times. I'll be honest. Not every single time I've done it, but if a girl's told me that she has a boyfriend, so your boyfriend doesn't let you have friends, she'll give me her number. Where I've actually I think I have a couple of friends on Facebook that I met in college that were girls with boyfriends, and I thought they were really pretty, so I tried to hit on them. But then I just found out they were cool people, and they had boyfriends, and they're there. It's still a part of my life. They see my posts. This was I was in Citrus College, 2014, 2015. That was all fucking 5 6 years ago. It's about to be six. Well, starting next year. And they're still in my life today. They're still seeing these video, my posts, all that. Okay, so okay. You get her number to create a contact. This is what I meant by not hitting on taken women. You get that number not to send her dick pics, not to undermine her relationship every night you're horny. You do that to build contacts. Next time you get invited to a party, invite her. A girl with a boyfriend wants to go to a party. Maybe she'll go with her girlfriend. Maybe she'll introduce you to her girlfriend. Ask that girl, the girl that you asked for a number, but she has a boyfriend. Ask her to invite you next time she goes to a party. That's also one of the ways to find if you couldn't tell if she was lying about the whole boyfriend thing. That's another way you can tell she was lying. Uh, Text the girl, hey, you know any good parties tonight? And if she's going, be like, all right, what time do you want me to pick you up? Be confident, be playful, you know? If she's down to go with you, more than likely she was just shy. She didn't really trust in you. She was kind of maybe scared a little bit to let a stranger into her life. But you guys have been talking, and she wants to go to a party, and she has no ride, and she goes with you, and she more than likely has no boyfriend. Okay, here is just the one of the okay. So I have two more tips to go on the same point, and we're pretty much done here. When you go to that party with that girl that apparently had a boyfriend, and she asks you, why didn't it stop you when I told you that I had a boyfriend? Are you kind of one of these guys that dates girls with boyfriends? A simple recovery, a simple answer to that is just, I knew you were lying. I could tell by your body language. You can go a little bit more into detail. If you truly did have a boyfriend, I would have left you alone. I'm not that kind of guy, but you don't. So we're here now. Fucking going for a kiss. There. Boom. Jesus. There. Thank me later. Okay. Okay. I saved this point for last. It has to do with what we've been talking about just these last couple of minutes. This is again a pro tip. This is a pretty heavy thought. THOUGHT, not THOT. This is a heavy thought. Some of you are going to agree. Some of you are going to disagree. Some of you are going to call me a simp. Go for it. Okay. I firmly believe fighting for a woman, fighting for her love, proving you love her, and undermining her relationship just because you want to smash are two very different things. Women have left a man for another man with no cheating ever have been occurred. People fall out of love. People love each other, smash all the time, look like a great couple. They're that a couple of the year status. They grow apart. People grow. People change. Uh, some people grow. Some people regress. Some people not that they go back. It can be that they go back to their bad ways, or they grow in a not very nice direction. It's very valid to fall out of love. They meet someone, an attractive man, and they say, and the man says, you know what? Uh, I want to get to know you, and I know you're in a relationship. Leave him and be with me. Women have said yes to that, and vice versa. Men have said yes to that, and there was never a kiss. There was never sex. It was never cheating. A man fought for your girl and won because you lost her. So that kind of has to do with the whole point of talking to a girl with a boyfriend. If you have a crush on a girl, you're in love with her, you've been in love with her. I'm not saying simp or whatever. You can fight for her. Fight for what you love. Fight for what you believe in. I'm a hardcore believer in that. If you believe in something, if you stand for something, you're going to fight for it whenever it's challenged. Why not for your woman? Again, want to call it simping? You do you, brother. Now, so we're that's the end of my video, guys. Damn, a fucking hour-long video. I did not expect that. Even when I was going over with my notes, I didn't expect that. All right, guys. So I'm done with my series, with my 3 video series. I just want to end it by saying thank you guys for all the views. Thank you guys for all the support, for sending in questions. Please, just because my 3 video series of how to speak to women is over, that doesn't mean you can't ask questions anymore. If it's not through the YouTube, which I see you guys aren't using, if you guys want to send me more questions through social media, please go for it. If you have anything on here that I just went over right now, you don't agree with it, you want or you, yeah, fuck it. If you want to challenge with my thoughts, I'd love to have a discourse with you. Doesn't have to be an argument. We can just discuss shit. I love it when people intellectually challenge my ideas and try to change my mind. That's actually one of the healthiest ways to express yourself as a human. Okay, go ahead and send me in those questions. Truly, guys, thank you so much. This has been a lot of fun. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do next. I have no ideas right now. Maybe by the time I end this video and publish it, a new one will arise. I got nothing right now. Maybe if I get some questions, if people want to hear my opinion, I was talking to one of my really good friends the other day. I'm a very controversial dude. I have strong beliefs, and many of them are unshakable. No matter how good of a speaker you are, no matter how convincing you can be, my mind won't change on that. I have some ideas that I've changed over the last couple of years because of growing as a person. I've changed my point of view on certain topics. If you guys want me to make a video on that, if you guys want me to make some videos on other things, if you guys want to make a video about you guys trying to change my mind on a certain topic, I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Topic, yeah, we'll do that. So thank you guys. I love you guys. I'm gonna keep up making videos because I love it. Just gotta think of something to do. Have a nice night. Take care.